28.
All right, so you're 28. You will be able to still have your life ahead of you when you're released from the prison.
All right, let's kick things off with a big moment. The judge just dropped the bomb about the affirmative finding of a deadly weapon. So what does that mean? Well, it's not just about being convicted. It's an extra layer that can really affect sentencing. In this case, extending the time before probation is even an option. That's a game changer for the defense.
Well, my client wants to say a few words.
All right, if you want to say a few words, I'm going to place you under oath and the state will have a chance to cross-examine you, which means they'll have a chance to ask questions of you.
Yes,
Do you wish to be placed under oath?
yes, ma'am. I thank you for giving me a chance to talk to you.
Sure. Can you raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you can lower your hand. State your name for the record.
Jacob De Leon.
All right, defense, do you have any questions?
I do. I hope close enough to the mic that the court reporter can hear
Yes.
me. Jacob, you had earlier pled no contest to 3 counts of aggravated robbery,
Yes, sir.
and you're not contesting those counts, are you?
No, sir.
You're here to ask the court for deferred probation.
Yes, sir.
All right. So the court has read the PSI and so on. And I would like to have you explain a little bit about your early life.
Yes, sir.
What was it like?
So when I was born, I was staying with my mom and my stepdad, and I was being abused. And I went to school with bruises, and they kept asking what happened. And I told them one day, and they said they weren't going to say nothing, but they said something to my parents. So I got.
This is the kind of emotional backstory that can really stir up the courtroom, but we've got to pause here. Jacob's recounting his childhood trauma, abuse, neglect, and ultimately, losing his grandma. It's heartbreaking, but it's also critical. Does it excuse his actions? Legally? Probably not, but it does give context, and context is king when it comes to sentencing. So, what's your take? Should the court consider this a mitigating factor?
I didn't know what to do with myself.
How old were you then?
I think I was about 10, and I just lost a lot of my mind. And I had my grandma, so I was happy. And then I started doing electrical work, and I've been doing electrical work. I don't have a record. I've never been locked up before. I work and I pay my bills, and I try to keep the little family I got left. And I had my dad, but he passed away while I was in here, so it's just me and my sisters. Well, when I was out there working, my grandma died, and I lost my mind again because she was the only thing that I had left as a
When you
parent.
say you lost your mind, what does that mean?
I just started spiraling downhill. I lost my job. I started self-medicating, and I don't really do drugs like that, but I started self-medicating, hanging around the wrong people, and then I wasn't taking my medication. I was going to the doctor before, and I stopped taking my medication. So
And as a result of that, what happened next?
this incident happened, and I was hanging around the wrong people. I can promise you, I'm not that type of person. I don't know what was going through my mind. I was on drugs, and I was self-medicating and wasn't care services and got help. And
what kind of help did you receive?
I got all my medications, and they gave me a psychiatrist, and they gave me a counselor, and they started helping me get on my meds. I told them that I messed up and I needed help. So I started looking to try to fix myself, and I just realized I messed up and there was nothing I could do to fix it. So I tried to do better. And
Now, you've been in custody for 3 years.
Yes,
give or
sir.
take. Where did you spend part of the time?
I spent it here, and then I just really needed to go to the hospital. My mind state wasn't in the right state of mind. I was hearing voices. I was just freaking out. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was just losing my mind. And I've been here for 3 years. I've been to lockdown one time for 3 years. I have not had no fights. I'm not an aggressive person.
All right, and just so that the record can be clear, the reason why he was at the Bexar County Jail for 3 years is because He was found incompetent and he was sent to the state hospital.
Yes, ma'am.
That's nothing to do with.
Hold on. Did the judge just drop a truth bomb? Incompetence is why Jacob's been in jail for 3 years, not the crime itself. This is one of those moments that really makes you think. Incompetency hearings are meant to ensure that people aren't just locked up because they can't defend themselves. But being found incompetent isn't always the end of the story. This is just the beginning of a larger question. Are we doing enough to treat mental illness in the justice system?
Hearing a lot of voices at the time.
What
And
medicine, what
Seroquel. Seroquel, Boost Bar. They had me on Klonopin. They had me on Zyprexa. They had me on another medication. I don't recall what it was called.
What are you on now when you're here?
They had me on Boost Bar. They agreed to let me keep taking the Seroquel for the voices, and they give me propranolol for the anxiety and depression, and they also give me Seroquel, Boost Bar, and propranolol.
All right. And you understand that mental illness or extreme abuse as a child is not an excuse for doing what you pled to.
Yes, sir. I understand that.
So why should this court even consider putting you back on the street or back in society?
Because I promise I could be a productive member of society. I will do as much time of probation as you want me to. I promise I will not mess up. I just ask if you could please give me a second chance. That's all I'm asking for. I promise you could look at my back history. I'm not that type of person. I just lost my mind because I lost my grandma, and that was the last thing. And all I got is my brothers and sisters now, and my sister just had kids, and I really want to be a part of their lives.
Well, the court may restrict you, if she were to grant probation or a form of probation, from being around children under 18.
Yes, sir. I would gladly accept that and do better and finish probation, and then I could see them. I will do right. I will be on my medications. What I'm gonna do is go to the Center for Healthcare Services and get help. Even if I am outpatient, I please ask that I can be outpatient. I'm gonna go through Center for Healthcare Services by myself, as I want to.
I mean, this guy is asking for a second chance, and he's not hiding behind excuses. He's owning his mistakes, saying he's ready to be better. But is he? We've all heard this before, right? So the real question here, will probation work, or is this just an emotional plea for leniency? What do you think the judge should do?
Not screening, but a program for you to participate in if the court so chooses.
Yes, sir.
Are you willing to do
I
that?
will gladly go to any programs that they want me to, any classes that I need to. I will show up to everything. I just please ask, can I have one more chance? This is my first time getting locked up. I can promise you I will do all I can in my will to do better and finish probation. I will do as much time as you want. And I know you probably hear that a lot and people mess up, but I can promise you I'm gonna do better. I'm not gonna hang out with nobody, none of the same people. I'm not talking to any of them. I'm gonna surround myself with positive people and just stay out the way and do better for myself, and not just for myself, but for my family and the people around me. I think I could be a productive member of society, and I'm ready to